Hello folks, let's see, are we live now? Are we live now? I will never be 100% safe from Streamlabs issues. Or maybe this time it was my own fault, I don't know. But I think I accidentally started a different stream. But welcome! Welcome to Tamagawa, where it looks like we have a pretty spectacular sunset incoming. So last minute I decided to go on a little sunset walk along the river. But on my way here I noticed that there's some major construction works going on, so I had to take a little detour before I actually reached the river. But I'm on the way there now. And yeah, to those of you who was confused and suddenly got a notification about a different stream, oddly named just J, that was a mistake. But now we're here. Yeah, that J stream, that was accident. Anyway, weather report. Of course. I can barely start walking before getting requests for a weather report. Here you go. 27 degrees. And it's been mostly cloudy today, as you can see, but it looked like it was about to clear up now for the evening, but I don't know, it's kind of like so-so. So let's see if we can have a nice sunset or not tonight. I don't know. And I also noticed your discussion before the stream. Some people were like, yeah, I hope it's not going to be another 3-hour one today. And because yesterday I did a 3-hour stream, for those of you who wasn't there. It was a great stream. It was one of my best streams ever, I think. I had such a good time, and I think my viewers enjoyed it a lot as well. Today's stream will be shorter, maybe about 1 hour. So no mega stream today. Just a little sunset and early evening walk in Tamagawa. If I had been in Bali, Indonesia, no, I have not. I would love to go sometime, but I've never been. I hope it will be 4 hours. Sorry to disappoint. My wife is cooking for me, and we agreed on having dinner at 8, which is about 90 minutes from now. So yeah, that's the hard upper limit for the length of the stream today. Oh, do you see some? Yeah, I'm using the ultra wide now, and I might need to give this windshield a little bit of a haircut. Let's see if it's better now. Let me know if you're still seeing some. Oh yeah, it's still there, right? Let's see, what can I do about that? Not sure if I can do that much, but I will probably switch once it gets a little bit darker. I might switch lens anyway. What's for dinner? We're having hiyashi chuka tonight, which is basically cold noodles with the vegetables. A very nice kind of summer dish. It's been a very hot day here today. Some parts of Japan actually had like 33 degrees today. But here in Tokyo I think it was like 29 at the peak. So I was basically staying at home all day. It was the first day of the year that we were using the air conditioner. So finally we reached the river. Almost. River is like down there. And Tamagawa, like the main area, the station and everything is over there. Kawasaki over there, where I do my like Kawasaki walks usually cross this river and walk around that area over there, which is a walk I enjoy quite a lot. But yeah, for today we will be on this side. Doggo photo session. So I think I will stay here up on this kind of elevated section. Otherwise, if I go down here, I don't think the view is as nice from there actually. So yeah, I think about like maybe 15-20 minutes I will walk here next to the river, and then once the sun has set I will turn and walk through some of the residential areas over there. Dramatic sky looks cool. Yeah, thank you. Hello Takematsu. You've become one of my new regular viewers. I'm very happy to see that. And lots of other familiar faces as well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Where's today's departure? Kind of in the middle of Tamagawa area. Here's like a driving school, Koyama driving school. But yeah, Tamagawa is today's area. It will only be Tamagawa. So when we had this flood 2 summers ago, I'm pretty sure, yeah, like the area down here was like partly destroyed. And I think the water almost reached up here when Tama River flooded like 2 years ago. That was like the worst flood of this river in like 50 years. This river is kind of historically a bit infamous because it's been flooding so many times throughout history. But yeah, 2 years ago we had a pretty severe flood. We get to see rice today. No, I don't think so. I'm not really planning to go there today. I don't think it's that interesting. I don't want to keep on giving them free promotion. Look at this. This is a nice little scenery. Maybe I was hoping for a more dramatic sunset. Now it looks like maybe it will just be cloudy. So that's a bit of a letdown, but hey, at least the sky is beautiful. So quiet, no wind at all. That's good. It is actually a little bit windy. I can certainly feel the wind. And I think without any windshield on the phone, you would probably notice it as well. But it's not strong wind today at all. Path looks red. Yes, that's correct. It is red. It is red. And I'm wearing my pink shorts today. Pink shorts and flamingo top, flamingo t-shirt. I think yesterday maybe it was the other way around, right? Yeah, this is a great place to go for an evening run. That's like the thing I was the most excited about when we were moving here, was to go on runs along the river. But in reality, that probably only happened like 10 times. Then I got lazy. There's that house over there is very nice. And then there's some more humble houses down here. I think these are a little bit at risk for floods actually. Sky is very beautiful. Yeah, it will be a sky stream today. Now I think 15 minutes from now it will get quite dark, so then it will be more like quiet residential area walk. Over there, I don't know how well you can see it, but there's a few high-rise buildings far in the distance. That's actually Musashi Kosugi, where I walked. When is that? When was that? Like a week ago? I walked all the way there. Yeah, is it still, if there's anything in the left corner, it's probably some of the hair from my windshield. I don't really see it here though on my preview, but yeah. We will soon get down to the river again. I just need to walk a little bit through this residential area here. Yeah, I walked all the way to Musashi Kosugi. It takes about an hour from here. Then that walk I started on the other side of the river, so from there it was about 1 hour to get all the way to Musashi Kosugi. Yeah. Sky looks great on screen. Okay, that's good to hear. How do you feel walking there? Does this all feel foreign to you, or is this normal? Does your view after all these years change? It feels normal. It's home. It's like I walk in my home neighborhood, but of course it's different than if I was born and raised here. I mean, I can still sense a certain excitement about or from being here and from living here, which I don't think would be the case if I was walking in my hometown in Sweden where I grew up. So yeah, it's not the same thing, I guess, but at the same time it's, you know, it's not the same thing as when I came to Japan. Now I lived here most of my adult life, so it's kind of difficult to put into words how I feel about it, to be honest. Yeah, it's a beautiful sky, beautiful colors. So yeah, again, that's Musashi Kosugi, that's Tamagawa. And this is the part of Kawasaki where I quite often tend to walk around as well. I think, yeah, usually my route starts around the bridge there, and then I walk like all the way to this big residential area and around there. I have a few routes that I do regularly. But yeah, yesterday's stream was so nice. It was really one of the best walks I've ever done since starting this channel. I didn't really expect that it would become such a long one or such a great one. We walked from Sangenjaya to Sangenjaya to Shimokitazawa to Sasazuka and eventually ending up at Shinjuku Station. It was great. And also all of you who joined and everybody who did super chats, you helped breaking a new record in terms of super chat. I haven't gotten the exact number yet. YouTube isn't done putting it all together, but I'm pretty sure it was a record-breaking stream, so thank you so much. That's encouraging. And 600 likes, yeah, 600 likes. I don't know if 600 likes, that's not a record. I think I should have videos with more likes than that. I think it's doing pretty well in the algorithm. Yeah, probably because a lot of people watched it, and I think many of you stayed for a big part of it, and the YouTube algorithm usually likes that. So it's a good time to have the Europeans on board. Yeah, right. That's definitely true. That's definitely true. So I will stop complaining about and say that Americans are more generous, because that's not always true. Sometimes you Europeans can be very generous as well. Probably no beer time today, no. 今日は絶対に新宿まで行けない、残念ながら。今日はそんなに時間がないから。So I actually have some North American or American viewers on board today. That's good. Good to see. But it's basically night in most of America, isn't it? Right now. And yeah, some of you, I think I said that I was going to record a 4K video yesterday after the stream, but in the end the stream ended up being so long, so in the end I didn't record a video. But tomorrow I will be out shooting for most of the day, so there will be a stream tomorrow, probably in the around Japanese noon, or maybe a little bit earlier. Maybe I'll start around 11, and then I will shoot some 4K videos tomorrow as well, if the weather is okay. Any new attractions or buildings in the Shinjuku area? I feel like they're always building new. There's always something going on somewhere in Shinjuku. But I think most of the major construction work around Shinjuku Station is probably completed now. Like, it took them many years to finish the south side of Shinjuku Station, but that was completed a few years ago. The area where I ended the stream yesterday. So since then, I don't know if there's any other major things going on right now. I think they wanted to finish it all by the Olympics, all the major stuff. Yeah, in this area it's probably nice to have a dog. It's usually quite difficult in Tokyo, I think, to have a dog, at least a bigger one. But around here there's a lot of dog owners actually. And this area is, I mean, this area is like paradise for dogs, so no wonder. Yeah, the sky is getting more and more beautiful by the minute. Follow the dam up the mountains. I wish I had the time to do that. Just walk along this river all the way from Tokyo Bay, way over there, all the way to the mountains. But like I said, today I just have 90 minutes, so it won't be a very long stream like that today. This river is really long. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's one of the main rivers in the Tokyo region, but there might be some that are even longer. This one runs basically from the mountains west of Tokyo all the way down to Tokyo Bay. And basically most of the river, maybe all of the river, is within the city limits of Tokyo, which makes it a little bit unique. Then there's other rivers like Sumida River and so on, but those flows more like in a north-south kind of direction, so they are running like from Saitama and the neighboring prefectures. But I think most of Tama River, most of it is Tokyo. Now the wind is picking up a little bit. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but it's actually quite nice. It's the weather, like the temperature is really perfect right now. Which is your favorite river? I don't know. I think I have to say Tamagawa. It's just, I don't know, to me it's such an iconic, the most iconic Tokyo river. But I mean, there's nice areas along Sumida River as well, around the Asakusa area and around there. But those are a little bit more, like, I'm not so familiar with that part of Tokyo, so I don't really have a strong relationship about those rivers. But like when I first came to Tokyo, one of the first places I lived was down in Yokohama, further down on the Entoshi line, which is the same train line as the one that stops here in Tamagawa. So I was living even further down, and then I was commuting to central Tokyo every day when I was a language student. So every day on the train I passed this river, and I always thought that like one day I wish I can live next to this river and go on morning runs or evening runs along the river. Now I live along the river and I go on evening walks along the river, which is almost as good. Yeah, we still have some hair. Let's see, I'm not sure if I can get rid of this. Maybe I could. We'll see if it comes back again. It's back again already. Sorry about that. I think you can live with it though. Favorite prefecture? That's a difficult one. I mean, the most obvious answer would be Tokyo, right? Because that's where I've been living all these years. But yeah. It's very difficult. I mean, I traveled to all but 6 of the prefectures in Japan, and there's so many beautiful places, and there's so many, you know, places that I have a soft spot for. Like all my relatively recent trips to Kyushu really helped me appreciate that part of Japan. And basically all the prefectures I went to in Kyushu was really nice. Maybe with the exception of Saga Prefecture. Saga Prefecture was like, I didn't really get a good, like, it was a pretty anonymous place. But all the other prefectures, like Kagoshima, Fukuoka, Nagasaki, and Miyazaki, Oita, they were all like really nice. I think I will head down here now. Or should I go walk a little bit more along the river? What do you say? You can vote. River or residential? River or residential? Vote now in the chat. The first one that gets 5 votes will be the one I go for. River, streets, river. Okay, I was like, river truly outclassed the residential area. So let's continue walking along the river a little bit further. But I do need to turn around at some point, otherwise I won't be back home in time for dinner. And then on my way back I will walk a different route, because then I think it will be a bit too dark around here anyway. So those of you who voted for residential, hang on another 10-15 minutes and then you will have your part of the residential pie. Yeah, it will get dark soon. 登録者100万なると良いと思いますね。そうですね、僕もそう思います。100万になるとすごいですね。今はだいたい6万だからまだまだですね。Yeah, lots of sports feel. I mean, that's one of the draws with this part of Tokyo, right? That you have a lot of open green space like this. There's not many other places you can live that are like still just 15 minutes from Shibuya or 10 minutes from Shibuya that has this kind of greenery. Of course, there's like places where you live near a park or something, but then it's a more limited area. Here you can, like, you know, you can spend an entire day just walking along the river if you want. So yeah, going back to the prefecture talk. Thank you, Takematsu, for your comment. Yeah, Kyushu was really, really nice. I'm also very fond of Shimane, especially the Oki Islands off the coast of Shimane. Those are some of the more spectacular landscapes I've seen in Japan, actually. Really, really beautiful. It's a bunch of volcanic islands off the coast of Japan. Then, of course, Tohoku, the northern part of Japan, is also very, very beautiful. And has a lot of things going on there. So yeah, it's really impossible to pick one. If I had to pick one, I would feel forced to pick Tokyo. But yeah, there's really tons and tons of pretty spectacular areas in Japan. So I'm very, very happy to have been fortunate enough to experience almost everything. Is Biwa a prefecture? You're talking about the lake, right? Lake Biwa. No, it's not a prefecture. That lake sits on the border to a few different prefectures. I think... Wait, Biwako, right? That's near Kyoto, isn't it? Wow, all the birds are having a party over there. Can you see? I think I need another very pink yeah, look at all the burbs. Very much burb. Ooh. They're really having a party. Nice. Yeah, around Biwa, Lake Biwa, it's really beautiful. I've only passed a couple of times, but I think I passed on my way to Obama when I took the train from Kyoto towards the north and went past large parts of Lake Biwa, and it was really beautiful. I would love to actually explore that area a bit more around the lake, because I haven't really been there much. No helicopter, no, only burbs. But yeah, I think I will actually turn down here, because otherwise I will just get to this big road and it's not that nice around it. So I think I will head down here and then start walking towards, slowly start heading back again. Mushi wa amari mondai nai desu. Right, Hikone is very beautiful. That's true. I haven't been there myself, but I've seen photos of that place, and it's very, very beautiful. Isn't there islands in Japan where there are only elderly people? Yeah, well, not just islands. It's like that's a problem pretty much everywhere in the countryside of Japan. Depopulation and only the elderly people staying. But yeah, definitely, that's definitely a thing. I'm gonna switch camera so you will get a little man boob reveal. There we go. Now we're using the more light sensitive camera as it's getting darker. Nice flamingo reveal, yeah. Good old bamboo reveal, yep. Pink tea again. No, it's not pink. Today's t-shirt is more like, what is it? Brown, almost like skin color. And I think I got a little bit sunburned yesterday. My arm slightly has the color of some roasted ham. You match the sky today. Do I? Yeah, maybe. Dressing like a model again. Haha. Yeah, I got It looked like you enjoyed my model photos, dear Patreon supporters. So the other day I shared some photos from when I was 13 years younger, and I had a very, very brief career as a model here in Japan. When I first arrived in Japan, I got scouted on the street. So yeah, I shared those photos to my Patreon supporters. So if you also want to get access to amazing perks like that, then I highly recommend that you join me on Patreon. The link is in the video description. I wonder what they're growing here. I'll ask. すいません。これ何の植物ですか？ミニトマト。あ、そっか。ありがとうございます。Huh, a little tomato farm in the middle of this residential area. Oh, look, now the sky is burning. Yeah, beautiful sky. Definitely. Definitely. Now, those looks relatively new, these homes. Wonder how much they are. I think this area is not crazy expensive because it's a little bit far from any station. Like, you know, basically, yeah, all the distance I walked so far on this walk, that's how far it is from the station. So it shouldn't be terribly expensive to live around here, I think. Ah, you're talking about Popeye, the magazine where I did my modeling. Yeah. It's a pretty big one. I would say I think it's like the biggest Japanese fashion magazine for men. Let's check out this little shrine. I don't think I've ever been here before. Maybe not the most exciting shrine, but still quite nice. Nice little local neighborhood shrine. And yeah, living around here would be great for someone who wants to have a little bit more like small town feeling, or almost like countryside feeling, but still not being terribly far from central Tokyo. Oh, I got a new subscriber. Thank you. I did not get the name, but thank you nonetheless. You're a TV star too. Yeah, I guess I am. No, my TV career was very brief, and I don't think I will do more TV. I'm too boring for TV, and I don't like to be on TV, but I like YouTube, so I'm more happier here. YouTube is my happy place. YouTube is my happy place too. Thank you, Pio. We like you here. Good. That's good to hear. I like you here. That's why I like YouTube, because then I get this interaction. When you do TV, you get like zero interaction with the viewers. Honestly, have no idea where I am now. I mean, geographically I kind of know, but this neighborhood is completely alien to me. I am pretty sure I have not been here before. So that's fun. That's what this channel is about. Exploring Tokyo and other places, but mostly Tokyo. That's why it's called Tokyo Explorer. For those of you who didn't know, now you know. No, this is not a shrine, this is a temple. Not sure if I'm allowed to go in here. Maybe not. Let's just have a quick little look. It's beautiful. And do you hear the music? I'm not sure if the mics are picking it up, but it's like this flute and drum matsuri music. Let's see if we can find where this music is coming from. Maybe there's some people like rehearsing or something. Hello, Melody Matilda. Good to see you again. What time is it there? It's just a few minutes past 7 in the afternoon. It's a big, or not big, but it's a cemetery here. I think the music is coming from here somewhere, maybe. Like maybe somewhere around here. This looks like it could be some it's like some sort of community center. Setagaya Kuritsu Unane Chiku Kaikan. Unane is the name of this neighborhood. And here's a beautiful, beautiful telephone. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're rehearsing in here. Can you hear it? This really is the countryside. Yes and no. I mean, it's like, you know, like I said, 10 minutes from Shibuya, from the station. And this is about 20 to 30 minutes walk from the station. So yes and no, but that's kind of like one of the charms of Tokyo, that there are so many areas like this where you can kind of get almost like a countryside vibe, even though we're still in the in the city. But yeah, the real countryside is pretty different from this though, to be honest. This is still relatively urban. Nah, nothing tempting in there. No beer today, no. How's the rent in this area? I don't know. I don't think it's that expensive. Because, like I said, it's a bit far from the station, and that generally makes it... oh, this is better. This I want to drink. Some sparkling plum drink. Let's grab one of these. Yeah. I mean, if you want to rent a house, it's probably going to cost a little bit, but I'm sure you can find relatively cheap small apartments around here. Maybe, my guess, if it's a small, like 20 square meter apartment, maybe you can find one for like 70,000 yen. If it's not going to be brand new or anything, it's going to be a little bit old, but yeah, it's just a guess. Let's see, I'm taking out my coins here. Okay, there we go. It's so difficult to do this with just one hand. That's why I'm so slow. Sorry, folks. Kishu no ume. Oh, forgot I got some change. Thank you, vending machine. Okay, let's go. Is everything 110 yen in this machine? Good question. No, this is 100 yen. This is 120. This melon soda, wow, looks gross. 110 yen. No beer, that's good. Maybe he'll get rid of the belly. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. No suika pasmo here. Kanpai. Did your wife like the German cookie? Yes, she did. She did. She had it. We had a little fika after lunch today. So yeah, she liked it. She liked it. It was pretty like heavy though. Like she didn't finish all of it because it was a bit too much. It was very, very dense. You seldom drink and walk. Yeah, generally. Ah, cat. Hey. Hey. Oh, thank you, Vigilant. I think that was the first super chat of this stream. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. Eventually it ran away. Yeah, he was not so scared, which is rare. Those of you who has followed me for a while know that cats tend to always run away as soon as they see me. breaking my heart. But yeah, I generally prefer to sit down while drinking, especially when it's like a canned drink and I can't really close it up. But I'm a little bit short on time today, so I will walk and drink at the same time. Oh, here's a very old retro rice shop. Redmans, you can borrow our cat. Thank you. Yeah. Can you send it over? I miss having a cat. Cats are fun. But maybe I'm busy enough with my daughter. Maybe I don't need a cat right now. Meetup in October? Here in Tokyo, you mean? I would love to, but I don't think people will be able to travel to Japan as soon as October. Brief intro for new people. So there's an FAQ in the video description. So for everyone who's new, I recommend that you read that first, and then if you have any follow-up questions, I'll be happy to answer them in the chat. あ、高橋さんありがとうございます。Sweden meetup. I don't know. I'm still not sure if I will be able to go to Sweden, but I have a ticket booked. I wonder, I think this might be the right way. I'm not sure, but we shall soon find out. Yeah, I might be going to Sweden next month, but I think it's still very unclear if that will be possible or not. Come over. Tack Pio. Jag hoppas det. Det vore roligt. See some high-rise buildings over there, so that's probably Tamagawa. That means I'm on the right track. Okay, let me finish this drink and throw it away. Yosh. I really like these kind of quiet evening walks in nowhere areas like this. So peaceful. What do you think is more difficult to learn, Japanese or Swedish? I mean, as a Westerner, definitely Japanese is more difficult because it has very little in common with the major languages spoken in Europe or the Americas. But if you're from Asia, then Japanese is probably easier. Do you still have to wear the mask outside? So I always wear a mask, but when I'm walking around like here and there's not a single soul in sight, I pull it down. Oh. What else are you saying? なぜ日本人じゃないのですか？そうですね。なぜだろうね。それは僕の両親のせいです。ちょっと変な質問ですけど。そうですね。この辺 LED 照明が多いと思いますね。結構明るい。ああ、日本国籍を取らない。そうですね。僕はずっと日本に住む予定がないだから、あと日本の国籍を取ると、他の国籍は持つことができない。だから、oh, they were having a party. そう、あと2、3年間にヨーロッパに戻る可能性が高いから。だから日本の国籍を取るは意味がないですね。Sushi, soup, ramen or rice? Sushi. I always pick raw fish. If there's ever raw fish on the menu, that will most likely be the option I go for. No, I think I'll continue a little bit further down this way. Fan of natto? No, I'm not a big fan of natto. But I know that one of my viewers is Per-Ola. P.O. Du gillar natto, eller hur? You like natto. I remember when you were here and you ordered natto, I think natto maki at the Kaiten Sushi restaurant, and all the Japanese people around you got like, wow, sugoi ne. They got very impressed. But yeah, I am not so fond of natto.そうですね。この辺、さっき歩いた辺は本当に静かだったね。Yeah, the area I just walked through was really, really quiet. ここからもっと多分、もっと人がいると思います。I think it will get a little bit more busy from now on. As I will slowly start approaching Tamagawa station area again. You can see the buildings over there. This is also a nice little spot. Potential thumbnail. So let me just check the chat again. I've been a little bit away for a while. What time is it there? It's almost 7:30 in the evening. Oh, actually, no, let's walk on this side. Okay, let's do that. I was thinking maybe it's nicer to walk on that side of the river as it will be more quiet, but I think I will have more options if I walk here. So this is actually Nogawa, no river. I did a walk a while ago when I followed this river upstream all the way to Seijo Gakuen Mae, which is a upscale neighborhood about 1 hour walk from here.そうですね、あという夕方になりましたね。今結構暗いですね。Yes, this little river here is called Nogawa. It's kind of, it flows into Tama River a little bit further downstream. Now we reached a point where the image you see in the video is way brighter than what I see with my bare eyes. This phone tends to, like when you shoot at low light like this, it tends to exaggerate the brightness, which I think looks pretty cool, but yeah. Makes things look more colorful and vivid than what they really are. I think there's some cones down there for you, Ray. Make sure to take notice. Okay, good night, Azante Rose. Thanks for always stopping by. Yeah, I'll probably be walking for another 15-20 minutes maybe until I reach the station area. Then I will end the stream there and head home for dinner. Is it far from station to your home? No, it's maybe 7-8 minutes. So it's pretty close. Not super duper close, but close enough. Let's walk down here. Or is this? Oh, maybe this is just for cars. I'm not sure. Back in a very quiet area. How far out from the center of Tokyo does the metro run? So it depends. Like when you say metro, do you specifically mean Tokyo Metro, or do you mean like the trains in general? Because if it's specifically the Tokyo Metro, then basically it covers... how can I answer that question covers a pretty big part of the 23 wards of Tokyo. Yeah, it's really difficult to answer that question without having a map that I can show you. But the metro itself is relatively limited, but then there's like other train lines that run pretty much everywhere. So the number of trains in the Tokyo region is just crazy. More cones. How long distance did you walk today? So far, let's see. How can I bring that up? So far, I walked almost 10 kilometers. I didn't walk much today. I only did this walk. The rest of the day, I've basically just been at home all day because it's been so hot.じゃあ今の散歩は多分5、6キロぐらいと思いますけど、その以外もちょっとなんか家の中でも歩けるから、今日の全部の距離は10キロ。So I walked about 10 kilometers in total today. But this walk that I took now is probably more like 5 maybe. Look at these colors in the sky. So beautiful. But we will head this way. Ah, 間違ったか。ここ入らないな。ちょっと迷っちゃいました。ここなんか老人ホームと思います。We have a glorious Japanese gas station. They usually have very, very energetic staff. So when you go to fill up your car, they're very like service minded and very quick to kind of wave you in and show you where to stop and which pump to use. It's quite fun. You drink beer today? No, not today. No beer today. I don't drink beer every day. Thankfully. Sorry, I don't speak Italian. I wish, but unfortunately no. Yeah, now we're getting closer to the station, so from like in this part I think the houses will start getting bigger and bigger and fancier, because there's lots of pretty fancy houses around here. It's a bit of an upscale area actually. Little bit. I'm just trying to find a nice local street to walk on rather than to have and follow that big main road. We can turn down this way maybe. Hopefully. Let's go down here.日本の住宅街って海外と比べるとまあなんか国によって全然違いますね。日本人はよくなんか日本と海外と比べる。でもやっぱり海外は一つの国ではない。いろんな国がある。いろんななんか街とかいろんな作り方があるので、だから本当に国によって全然違いますね。Where are we? We are getting close to Tamagawa station, which is another 10 minutes this way.ねえ、日本のテレビを見るもういつもそういうなんかちょっとおかしい考え方がよく出ますね。日本と海外その2つしかないみたい。でもやっぱり海外は結構広いところです。何百国なので政府とか政治とかなんか経済とかまあいろいろ全く国によって違います。それはちょっと残念ですね。そういうなんかメディアはまだその考え方を何回も伝えるけど、もうちょっとなんていうちゃんと説明すると 嬉しいです。So sorry about the Japan talk, or the talk in Japanese, but so one of my viewers asked in Japanese, like, are the streets in Kaigai, which means like abroad, are the streets abroad as bright as they are in Japan? And I quite often get that kind of questions from Japanese people, like, how is this thing in Japan compared to abroad? But I feel that the people here quite often forget that abroad is a lot of different countries with a lot of variations in everything from like city planning to politics and economy. But yeah, in Japan it's very strong, this way of thinking that Japan and abroad, and that's like the only two options, which is a bit I don't know, it would be good if people were a little bit more well informed and could kind of remember that, yeah, abroad is not just one place, it's a lot of places that can have lots of variation.一個の桂ね、そうですね、国によって違いますね。でもスウェーデンと比べるとやっぱり日本の方が、まあ東京の方が明るいですね。でも日本の田舎の方に行ったら多分スウェーデンのようなちょっと暗い道が多いですね。特に東京が結構明るい街と思いますけど、今歩いてる道はやっぱりそんなに明るくない。Yeah, like this part is actually very, I mean, it's very different areas of Tokyo as well. Many parts of Tokyo are very, very bright, but around here it's relatively dark, I would say. Like this street is somewhat well lit up, but just around here it's quite dark. そうですね、日本も東京と北海道、九州は文化が違いますね。それはそうですね。
状況は同じ、状況はちょっと集中しちゃうと私もスマホ見てるからね。
How long did it take you to learn to read kanji? That's also something that people ask very often, and it's a very difficult question to answer because it's a very gradual process. It's not like one day you can't read it and the next day you can read it. It's a very gradual process, and at one point you will get to the point, like one day you will get to the point where you notice that you can actually read, like, I don't know, most of the things around you, like the adverts on the subway or like, you know, the text on the political posters. But I mean, I'm still struggling a lot. When I watch Japanese TV, there's always words that I don't know. So I don't know, it's really impossible to answer how long it takes. I've been living here for 13 years, and maybe my reading comprehension is the same as I don't know, like someone who is, you know, 10 years old and has grown up and or like been raised here and gone to school, but compared to a Japanese adult, I'm still very, very poor in terms of my reading. So yeah, and I think especially with Japanese, I think it's like you're never gonna reach the point where you feel that I'm done, like I don't need to learn more now, I know everything. Like I don't think that day ever comes to anyone learning Japanese.そうですね、ケンモジさん。僕もそう思います。なんか日本のマスコミについてのコメントですね。そうですね、15年前くらいまで海外はアメリカ。実は僕もアメリカ人ではないですけど、何回もなんかなんていう僕がアメリカ人だなと思ってる人がいつもいる。なんか欧米人イコールとアメリカ人。でも全然そんなことないですね。So yeah, and so what we were talking about now is that one of the viewers said that just 15 years ago, most people in Japan believe that foreigner equals American, but I think it's still like that. I always, like, whenever I talk to some new person, they always for some reason assume that I'm American. Or not always, but I would say like maybe 80% when people guess where I'm from, they guess that I'm American, because that's just the default guess. Which is a bit surprising nowadays, because yeah, Japan is very, like, it's getting more and more diverse, and especially among the non-Japanese, there's people from basically everywhere. So.まあね、どこでもそうですね。なんかもし日本人はアメリカとかヨーロッパに行くと、確かに中国人思ってる人が結構いますね。結構います。でもまあそういえばと多分感じわかる。なんかちょっと嫌な感じですね。So yeah, it's a bit complicated how to react and what to feel when people assume that I'm American. And I think it's kind of similar as to when Asian or like Japanese people go to Europe or America, and a lot of people will assume that they're Chinese, which is maybe also a bit complicated. I'm not sure that all Japanese people would be very comfortable with that.吉田さん、そうですね。今は観光客全くないですね。僕もちょっとそれは寂しいと思いますね。So we are approaching the station now. Let me walk down one of these side streets. These are a bit nicer to walk. そのラーメン屋さん美味しい。あ、そうですか。行ったことない実は。でもいつもなんか人が多くて人気そうなお店。いつか行ってみたいな。Yeah, I will end at the Tamagawa station, which is just over here. But actually, I think I will end in front of the shopping mall here because I really desperately need to go to the bathroom. So I think I will just wave goodbye and go to... Oh, we can go down here. Excellent. Yeah, that plum soda made my bladder a bit upset, so let's make it happier. Maybe over here. This is actually one of my favorite streets in Tamagawa. I don't know why, but it's just there's something about this street that I really like. So let's end the stream here. I think that's a good place to end. Okay, yeah, thank you very much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this random local walk in the Tamagawa area. And like I mentioned in the beginning of the stream, I will probably do a live stream tomorrow. I think I will start around 11 Japan time. So convert that to your local time. 11 in the morning, that is, not 11 at night. Yeah, with that being said, and also those of you who are new here, if you enjoy this, I go on walks on this like this almost every day. If you enjoy it, please, like, subscribe, join the channel. If you really liked it, you can join me on Patreon. Then you get access to Patreon only streams. The link is in the video description, as well as the link to my Instagram that you can follow if you want to see how bad I am at updating my Instagram. But yeah, that's all for now. Thank you so much and see you next time. Bye bye. Heido. Mata ne. Auf Wiedersehen. おやすみなさい。